I peeked around the corner into my father's office to see 3 men inside trying to crack his large safe. My father kept all his money and paperwork in there. Anything illegal was also kept in that safe. I crept up slowly and shot one of them in the back of the head. The other 2, hearing the shot, turned around and looked at me. They had the typical black robber masks on, so I was unable to see or recognize their faces. One lunged at me and grabbed my neck, cutting off my air. As we scuffled, my gun fell to the floor and was kicked out of my reach. The robber grabbed me with 2 hands and threw me into the window. I felt glass push into my side and my legs, slicing open my skin. As we continued to fight, the other robber returned to the safe. He seemed to be making progress. I thought of my father losing everything that he had worked so hard to build for Teddy and me. I turned to go after the man at the safe, and I heard a gunshot and fell to the floor. I felt pain from a bullet in my shoulder. The robber I had fought with said, "I don't want to kill you, miss. Just stay down." I lay on the floor in a fetal position, bleeding. My body was in so much pain. I looked over and saw my father's face. He was lying quietly, not too far from me. He wasn't moving. I gasped when I saw the blood that surrounded his body. I felt a tear stream down my face. They had killed my father. I pulled myself up, leaning against the wall. "Bastards!" I yelled. The robber grabbed me by my neck, punching me in the stomach several times. The other man yelled, "Just kill her!" I saw a quick flash come in like a lightning bolt. Too scared and in too much pain to move, I stayed on the floor watching. My eyesight was getting fuzzy. I may have been losing too much blood. Was I hallucinating? I saw this thing, this flash, come in and grab one robber from behind, snapping his neck. This flash darted to the other robber, and it looked like it sunk its teeth into the man's neck. Both robbers were now spread out, dead on the floor. This thing that killed the robbers was starting to walk toward me, its eyes bright red and teeth bared. I started losing my vision, panting and crying in pain. I placed one hand on my shoulder and the other on my side, trying to ease the pain. I tried to get up. My body was feeling numb. Tears streamed down my cheek. The pain was unbearable. Blood was dripping everywhere. My body dropped like a dead weight. I felt this thing pick me up. I was so weak. My limbs dangled loosely. I looked up at the person carrying me and saw his face. It was Caleb. He didn't look like himself anymore. I must have been hallucinating, or even worse, dying. I had no more fight in me. I thought, this is how it ends. This is how I die. With my entire family gone, I would have nothing to live for anyway. I closed my eyes. I couldn't feel my body anymore. Images of my mother came to me. My mom was smiling at me. She was laughing and joking with Teddy. We were just kids, and we were at the beach she always took us to. The sand was hot. The sounds of the birds and ocean surrounded us. My mom was more beautiful than ever.
"Gianna, keep your eyes open,"
Caleb was shouting, but his voice seemed so faint. It felt like he was shaking me. I could smell the ocean air, and Teddy was no longer there. My mom had my hand in hers. "Go home, baby. It's not your time," she said. Her image drifted away slowly. I thought I heard my name again. I tried to open my eyes, but I couldn't. They were too heavy. I knew my death was approaching. I no longer had any visions. I couldn't hear any more voices. Just silence, followed by complete darkness. I never thought it would end like this. So painfully, yet so peacefully.